Wagwan, wagwan. So, your health, your health is your wealth. Your health is your wealth. A lot of us have been saying these things, like our ancestors, we're saying it currently right now, that your health is your wealth. But many of us are not really taking that seriously. It's just a phrase now. It's just like a trend that people are using. Yes, your health is your wealth, but it's to be taken seriously. Your health is to be taken seriously. I'm not just talking about your physical health. I'm talking about your overall health. Your overall health, your mental health, your spiritual health, your physical health. All of those is very important, and we can neglect not one. We cannot neglect not one, because when you neglect one, right, it's like you're neglecting the whole thing. Our health is our true wealth, and I'm gonna say this from the Bible: man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeded out of the mouth of God. Every word, the laws, right? The laws of the universe, the words, the spirit, every word that proceeded out of the mouth of God is what we shall live by. And not just live by, we shall live forevermore when we actually pay attention to God's word, as opposed to just living by bread alone. Because bread alone is not going to sustain us. The physical reality is not going to sustain us, but the spirit, the words of God, the universal laws, that is what will sustain our life, right? But this is the thing, me personally, right, I have been going through pressure problems, like high blood pressure. And when you have high blood pressure, which is, by the way, the number one death in America right now is high blood pressure, right? So I have been going through high blood pressure for some time. And when my blood pressure is high is when I am eating unhealthy. When I'm eating unhealthy food, I started back eating meat again. I started back eating dairy again. I started back eating all the stuff that I was so against. I started eating that again. And guess what? My pressure shot up. My pressure shot up, and my body showed me signs. Okay, my ankles started to get swollen. I started to get headaches. Like my body was showing me signs that I am not supposed to be eating like this, right? I was supposed to be paying more attention to my health. But guess what though? The reason why I started to eat unhealthy again is because of my body. I started focusing on my body, like, you know what? I'm losing weight. I'm looking too skinny. So I need to start eating food, more starch, start eating meat again, start eating all the dairy again so I can put some weight on. But I suffered, right? You're gonna suffer when you start paying more attention to your body than paying more attention to your health. Because what profit am I gonna receive? Okay, I gained some weight, I look a little bit fluffy now, but in the meantime I got high blood pressure. In the meantime I'm cramping like crazy. I'm getting period cramps like crazy. I'm bleeding heavier than usual. You could develop fibroids. You could develop fibroids when you eat so unhealthy like this. So I'm developing all of these things, but I'm getting, how am I profiting? Right? What is it profiting me? What is it benefiting me just to have a nice thick body, a fluffy, big, fluffy face or whatever, just so I can what, show the world that I gained some weight. But in the meantime, I'm suffering. In the meantime, my body is suffering. Okay, I'm going through it because I choose to eat unhealthy because I want my body to look a certain kind of way. And it's not even worth it. These health conditions are not even worth it. You know, millions of people are dying around the world from high blood pressure. Millions of people are dying around the world from diabetes. Millions of people are dying around the world from these diseases that we are bringing on to ourselves because we want to eat unhealthy just so we can gain some weight. Also just because we have an addiction to food. Many of it is an addiction because the seasoning, the salt is what got me. The reason why my blood pressure was so high, because I was eating a lot of salt. The salt, that thing is the real drug right there. The salt is the real drug. Salt, sugar, that's the real drug. And guess what? We have that in all of our household. All of our household right now have salt. And those are the drugs. That's the real addiction. We're not addicted to the food. We're addicted to the seasoning. Because a lot of us won't even eat unseasoned meats. Who's going to eat a bland chicken right now? Or bland beef? Or bland pork? We season our food. And that's the real addiction right there. So that's what's getting a lot of us. The addiction. We are addicted to food. And it's causing problems. When you have an addiction to something, it does cause health issues. But you really have to really take your health seriously, because it's a serious problem. Take your health seriously. I'm telling you guys. I'm telling you. You don't want to go through no health conditions, because a lot of people right now, right? A lot of people right now that are sick and that's in the hospital, or they're sick and they're at home and they can't, they're not mobile. A lot of people that's not mobile right now. People have stroke right now. People have multiple sclerosis right now. There's people that's not, their limbs cannot move. They have arthritis right now. You know how much those people would give right now just to start moving normally again? Just to start using their legs again? You know what they would give to do that? You know the price they would pay just so they can start moving healthy again. Moving again. Just so they can start breathing better again, because people also have lung problems where they can't even breathe correctly. They have to have inhalers. They have to have machines to help them breathe. You know what people will do right now just to breathe? Just to breathe good again? So and those people will tell you, take your health seriously while you still can. I'm telling you, I didn't want to wait until I get a stroke to start eating better. I didn't want to wait until I get some diabetes to start eating better. I didn't want to wait till I get arthritis, to start eating better. No, we cannot wait till it's too late, because while you have the chance right now, very important, pay attention to your health. This is a warning. Take heed to your health. Your health is your true wealth. You can chase all the money you want. Steve Jobs was a billionaire. You hear me? Steve Jobs was a billionaire. And this man passed away from cancer. So all the money you can chase and have right now, if you don't have your health, that money don't mean nothing. I'm talking about nada. Nada. No es importante. That dinero is no es importante if you don't have your health. If you can't move normally, if you can't jump, hop, skip, if you can't run right now, all that money means nothing. So this is why it's so important for us to pay attention to our health. And don't worry about the trends. Don't follow the trend. Don't follow the crowd. Don't follow that, because that comes with repercussions. I'm telling you, that comes with repercussions. You start eating unhealthy just so you can gain some weight. I'm telling you, it comes with repercussions. They got high blood pressure at number 1. We got heart disease. We got lung problem. All that is coming. Diabetes, obesity, all that is coming. So don't follow the crowd. Don't worry about what they want to say. You're skinny, it don't matter. This is what my natural body's supposed to look like. Okay? This is what my natural makeup, genetic makeup supposed to look like. I'm skinny like this because it's what I'm supposed to look like. And don't worry about what it tells you. Don't worry about how skinny you look. As long as you healthy and you got your health, that's your true wealth right there. That's it. That's all I gotta say. One love.